In this video, I'm talking about how SAP consultants can effectively drive their conversation with business on system customization. I have written down some notes here so my eyes would be in and out of the camera. Also, the video might become longer than I initially anticipated, so please bear with me. Okay, going back to the topic, just to set the context, customization means changing the behavior of the system to meet a specific business process need, which of course the system did not support earlier. So here are four aspects that I want to share, which in my opinion, every SAP consultant should have in mind when they approach the discussion about SAP customization with business. One, initial investigation. Whenever a customization request comes in, the first response is to verify if the system in its current capability is able to support what the business is looking for. Many a time, companies do not have clear visibility into the full scope of features that systems like SAP S/4HANA or SAP Ariba offer. So it is imperative for us as IT to periodically update ourselves and others in the company about the whole host of features these systems have in its current form, current version, current release, current service pack. You know the drill. There are many terminologies that one can use depending on the particular system that's being discussed. In addition to that, it is also wise to look at SAP Roadmap Viewer or upcoming release document and calendar to understand if the particular business ask is going to get covered in next release, so within few weeks or few months. Two, the maturity curve, or the question, who is ahead, process or system? Let me explain. The purpose here is to determine how the business process compares in terms of maturity with the current system. There are two possibilities here. Possibility A, whether the business process is not mature enough to level up to the existing capability of the system, which means the process is lagging behind the system in the maturity curve. So the process is not efficient enough, and that is why it is not able to leverage the current capability of the system, and that's why business need this particular customization. That is why they're asking to change the behavior of the system, because there are a lot of inefficiencies. That's possibility A. Possibility B is the process is much more advanced, so that the current capability of the system is not relevant. It's not sufficient to support the full extent of the process. And that is why business is asking for the customization. So there are key difference here. And this is one of the activities that I promote myself and I share with other consultants. It is important to do this exercise and not just talk about it, but document it. And over time, if you can come back and find out how many such requests were logged in, and if you're categorized in this form, it tells a lot about system adoption, user behavior, and so on. So that there is a lot of clarity that can emerge with this exercise over a longer period of time. So I highly recommend consultants to promote this kind of approach. Three, the business case. A strong business case is prerequisite for any system customization. In a SAP customization discussion, if IT and business are having a healthy debate and pressing each other on merits, I would say there is a strong ground for business value creation. So whenever you receive the business case, do verify that alongside the pain points and advantages, the business value is clearly articulated. And if the business value can be cited in terms of dollars, in monetary numbers, that's even better. After that validation, do ensure that the requirement is being validated and you have received a consent with senior stakeholders like global process owners. If there are ongoing regional system implementation or system upgrades, it is important to ensure with the technical team that this particular customization is not going to create adverse impact for the ongoing activities. Fourth and the final one is the governance. It is vital that the business has clarity about the entire governance process around SAP customization. So, starting from logging the request in any tracking systems like ServiceNow, Jira, or Microsoft ADO, to all necessary approvals, transport management, if it is part of the entire process, testing procedure, documentations, and finally, user trainings. It is vital to spell out the entire process to business upfront at the beginning to build a lot of trust with different parties. So this was my video on how to lead SAP customization discussions with business. I would love to hear your thoughts on this topic. So please feel free to drop in with your comments.